do not want to hear from all of you out there that are telling me that Lamar Jackson, well, they don't get him weapons. How many first-round wide receivers do you need to draft? Well, they're not drafting the right one. Well, you're not developing them. Well, how do you develop them? Well, your quarterback has a long way to go in developing wide receivers. So I don't want to hear that bullshit from you anymore. And you Baltimore fans, I'm tired of it. They drafted first round talent. They've drafted tight ends in the first round. They've drafted 3 different wide receivers since 2018 in the first round. I mean, Aaron Rodgers went, 16, 17 years with the Green Bay Packers. They never drafted a guy in the first round, whether it was a tight end or a wide receiver for him. So don't tell me about it. I mean, it's one of those things. Don't tell me about the pain. Show me the baby. Produce in the playoffs.
So that is a take you saw from a former NFL player. Once again, we're back into this. We're back into that topic, and it's the dead season right now. It's a dead part of the off season. Their football is in 2 months still. We're bored, I guess. I guess we're bored because there is no reason that we should have heard after this off season someone make a comment like this. A comment like Mark Schlereth. Again, that is the issue. Comments like these are the main issue in the Lamar discourse. We are entering year 7 and we're having the same conversations about we're having the same conversation 2 MVPs later, 2 MVPs, 2 All-Pros later, 2 MVPs, 2 All-Pros, and 1 AFC Championship later. That is concerning, but I have a lot to get out of my chest, right? Because comments like these, many Ravens fans believe that. This isn't new. He didn't have a new revelation on people. No, he didn't. No. A lot of Ravens fans think the same. A lot of Ravens fans even agreed. We're not going to say, we're not going to come here and then just lie like that with you just going away with it, right? Because takes like these, right? Takes like these are why we have Harbaugh and EDC constantly be viewed as top 5 GMs, top 5 GM and head coach, constantly, despite having done absolutely nothing to prove that. EDC has done absolutely nothing to be considered a top 5 GM in the league. Nothing. He is not a top 5 GM in the league, and this offseason is a good example. John Harbaugh is not a top 5 head coach in the NFL anymore. It has been for a while that he has not been. Stop with that. No. But they're still viewed that way because of takes like these. Praising the Ravens for things they haven't done. Things they've never done for Lamar. No. Because, their faults will go and get unfairly attributed to a 2-time MVP that they've completely a guy they haven't helped from a support standpoint. The Ravens have not helped Lamar Jackson. That is not a hot take. That is the truth. They have not. As a Ravens fan, I wish we did. I wish we did with Flacco, but we have not done that. We have not. It's time to be honest with ourselves, right? Last offseason was the most they've done, but yet they have not built off of that. They have decided not to build off of that this offseason at all. You could have started something new in Baltimore where they actually care about the wide receiver position, where they actually care about their quarterback, about their franchise quarterback. Nope, never. Hasn't happened. It just has not. It really, like, we go, oh, trust in Rashad Bateman. Oh, trust in three offensive linemen that have not. The offensive linemen that have absolutely not played in the NFL, like not played quality time. Well, all three have not. Ben Cleveland has not. And then we have these morons. I don't know if he believes it. I think he does, because he was one of the guys saying Lamar should switch to wide receiver. If he hasn't changed from that take, then, like, he's beyond saving. He is beyond saving. But once again, like I'm saying, Ravens fans believe that. A lot of Ravens fans believe that. Like, that is just stupidity. Like, no. They don't. And then he's out there calling John Harbaugh the savior. Like, that is crazy. Like, talking about things they did for Lamar that they did not. Like, they didn't build an offense around his skill set. Like, stop. He was in a Bobby Petrino-led offense in Louisville where he won the Heisman. And then he went in on a different offense than Greg Roman. This past season, he won another MVP, proving that he wasn't the product of his system at all. So, and it's just, he's out there glazing John Harbaugh on EDC, because there's no way. He did not have that foresight to take Lamar in the draft either. That was Ozzie. And Harbaugh is only a coach, only a Ravens head coach, because of Lamar. It's because of Lamar. He's the reason he has the job. Not the other way around, bro. Lamar Jackson saved a lot of these guys' jobs. Like, we're not gonna lie. Like, if Joe Flacco came back in 2018, John Harbaugh would not be a head coach right now. He would not. He would just not be a head coach. And, yeah. Like, bro, they took... Lamar came out of the draft he came from a pro-style offense, more accurate, throwing deeper, and that against tougher competition than Josh Allen, and then proceeded to throw him into a Greg Roman offense for 4 years. That shows a lot. That is called analysis. That is not help, dude. And then you're talking about developing wide receivers. You're talking about a quarterback developing wide receivers. Like, that is the most brain-dead thing I've ever... Like, even the biggest morons in the world would never think that. Like you've taken the cake. Like, you've taken the cake of the worst takes of all time. Because, like, what do you want Lamar else? Like, so you're expecting to be the quarterback, the wide receiver, the wide receivers coach, the trainer. Because, again, we see them making excuses for dumb injuries for injuries on the team. Like, come on, dude. Like, and then after that, giving Harbaugh credit for Lamar's success, when before Lamar, Harbaugh was literally on the hottest of seats in the league at the time. He was going to get fired. He was legit on the hot seat. And he should be on the hot seat right now. He should. It's Super Bowl or bust. Super Bowl, okay, cool. You can retire, go on your merry way, save your job. No Super Bowl, you're gone. You should be gone. You should have been gone last year. You should have been gone in 2018. Like, even with Lamar coming back, he didn't deserve the job. And that showed. That showed. Because his only good year of coaching has been 2019, since Lamar has been 2019. That's it. That's it. Since 2018, it's only been 2019. Because and yet we see a guy like John Harbaugh getting the reap and credit for all the accolades that one player has put together in his resume, and in the process has been dodging all the criticisms whenever this team shits the bed. And again, having these same mistakes, making the same mistakes in playoff games, shitty game plan, and just setting the team up to lose. Like, I wish I was him right now. I can mess up however much I want, and I can mess up 10 million times and never get criticized for it. That's crazy. That's crazy. Like, we're giving him credit for all of Lamar's success as if Lamar wouldn't have succeeded elsewhere with an offensive-minded head coach, and as if Lamar didn't save his job, which legit got Harbaugh 2 contract extensions since then. So stop with that BS. Stop with that BS, bro. Because from John Harbaugh is the big reason why we have not won a Super Bowl. Because he has proceeded. To see how good Lamar is in college and then give him Greg Roman as an offensive coordinator. That is not help. You are not helping your quarterback. And I don't want to hear anything from Ravens fans either, bro. He didn't help him. I don't care about 2019. That is a fluky year where Lamar just covered all of Greg Roman's mistakes, all of the offense's mistakes. That was all Lamar. That was not Greg Roman. Like, stop. And then in the playoff game, we saw these mistakes. We saw the weaknesses of this offense be exposed by not even that good of a defense, by the way. But yet, you people are out there caping and glazing these people. For what? Just because your hate for Lamar is just it's so deep for no reason, dude. Just because your egos are so big. Like, dude. And on EDC's side, nah, like, don't even get me started on this guy. Don't. Okay? Like, I really don't want to hear anything. After this offseason, I really don't want to hear anything about EDC being a great GM. I really don't. I really don't want to hear. Like y'all are, like, all this glazing is disgusting. And always talk about the number of receivers we've drafted, but the quality, how good were they? How did they end up? 3 first-round wide receivers, only one of them are actually going over expectations, because there is no friggin' reason why we should be saying that, Marquise Brown is enough. Marquise Brown is enough. He had one season where he looked like a first-round receiver, and then left the next season. It hasn't looked the same anywhere. We want to talk about tight ends. We've only drafted 1 first-round tight end, by the way. He said 3. Hayden Hurst. Look at his stats. They scream mid. Has been mid. Went to the Falcons, nothing. Went to the Bengals, nothing. Went to the Panthers, nothing. And you're going to go and blame this on Lamar? Come on, man. Mark Andrews has been elite. So, you can't say, you can't fault anything because there hasn't been anything bad. He's been an elite tight end. Isaiah Likely, when given the chance, elite. What the hell are you saying here? Oh, has to develop them. Okay, cool. It's and I'm talking about them being good for the most part. It's not like Mark Andrews has showed up in the playoffs in any playoff game. He has like what? He doesn't even have a catch. So like, what the hell are we talking about? Like, what are we talking about? Like, dude, it's just again another excuse of just blaming everything on Lamar. And we're talking about the first round receivers. Okay, Marquise Brown, like I said, had one year where he looked like a first rounder, left, never repeated that year. And he went to a more pass happy offense as well. Rashad Bateman, he's the ultimate woulda, coulda, shoulda of the league. Like you people just want, like, you people think he's so good, but he hasn't shown it. He has like 1,000 yards in 3 seasons. So stop with that nonsense. That is not help. First picks do not matter. First picks do not matter unless they are good. These players are good. Not if they suck. Like, for God's sakes. You're naming how many receivers were drafted, but then you're not naming who. Who are these receivers and how have they ended up? And you're doing this because you know that if we named them, your argument would be useless. But it is useless because people who have a brain will know. Bro, I'm telling you guys, bro. I better not hear jack about Lamar in the playoffs if we blow it. The defense has to allow 10 points or less every game. Because, hey, with the resources we spend on defense, they have to play like the 2000 Ravens defense. Okay? Because, dude, we're not going to go again on this thing of, oh, he tried. You're trying with Des Bryant out of retirement, who hasn't played in 4 years. Are you trying with Deshaun Jackson coming out of retirement, who's like 35, and when he was drafted, Lamar was like 11? Are we trying with Sammy Watkins, who was washed at that point, hence why the Chiefs let him go? Are we trying with DeMarcus Robinson? Are we trying with Nelson Aguilar, who's like not a true threat? Like, no, I don't want to hear it, dude. I don't. It is not fair. It is not fair that we're looking at teams like the Texans and C.J. Stroud plays 1 year and he's allowed to have the Avengers with him. He's allowed to have Stephon Diggs. It's not fair that Josh Allen, after 2 years, gets to have Stephon Diggs. It's not fair that Will Levis, of all quarterbacks, gets to have DeAndre Hopkins. It is not fair that freaking Gardner Minshew has Devontae Adams. It ain't fair that freaking Tua has Tyreek Hill. Dude, we're looking at these other teams, dude. Take care of their franchise quarterbacks. Show that they care for their franchise quarterbacks. Yet, we're here watching that and be like, it's okay. Rashad Bateman is all right. Rashad Bateman's going to break out. If Rashad Bateman hasn't broken out in the first 3 years, then no, he's never going to break out. Stop. I don't want to hear it. This is the second time we put all the eggs in the Bateman basket. The first time failed miserably, and it's about to fail miserably. God, God forbid the Chiefs let Patrick Mahomes have to deal with 3 O-linemen who have never touched the field, ever. Like, miss me with that shit, bro. I don't want to hear excuses. We are in year 7, and we're having these same conversations about wide receivers. Same conversation about offensive line. Yet we continuously look at other teams, watching other teams stack up wide receiver core, stack up weapons, get pass catchers, get blockers for their franchise quarterbacks. Some of them who aren't even, most of them who aren't as good as Lamar. The only quarterback better than Lamar right now is Patrick Mahomes. And the rest of them, all the quarterbacks that are worse than Lamar, have better weapons. Like, bro, I don't want to hear any excuses, bro. I don't want to hear about Tez Walker. Dude can't even run routes. I don't want to hear about Rashad Bateman until he shows something. God, bro, people are so disingenuous when it comes to the Ravens. The simple answer is no. I don't care about how many receivers you drafted. Are they good? But that's what I want to hear. I want to see results. If you want to win a Super Bowl, you need results. Not these, oh, we tried. A quarterback threw an interception. He didn't want to, but he still threw it. But yeah, I need to get that shit out. I need to get that shit out, bro. Like, this is, like, dude, if you think like that, Mark, dude, nah, stay away from me. You have a very concerning way of thinking, because there's no way you can go and see a list of wide receivers we drafted: James Prochet, Devin Duvernay, Jordan Lasley, Rashad Bateman, Tylan Wallace, and say, oh, yeah, look at the amount of receivers they drafted. That's enough help. No, get out of here. It's not. It's not, bro. Like, what excuses do we have? What is the excuse? What's the excuse? We're in year 7. It's year 7. 2 MVPs later. We wasted 2 MVP seasons because we wouldn't invest in offense. We would go out there with a bottom 5 O-line, and then with most years, every year besides last year, a bottom 5 wide receiver core, and then hope for Lamar to make it work. Crazy, bro. Crazy. Like, hey, you see the Chiefs do that to Patrick Mahomes, Chiefs fans are going to be rioting in the streets of Kansas City. If you ever saw the Patriots do that to Tom Brady, you would see Boston be lit on fire. You would see Boston Tea Party Part 2. Like, it's so annoying. I'm just ending here. See ya. All you can do is just comment, like, subscribe. Thanks for watching.